Devastation from this weekend is really illustrating how unpredictable and how deadly these tornadoes can be. Whether you live in a particular tornado-prone area or not, it's wise to learn what to do before, during, and after a tornado. Our Nick Smith is joining us now, where he's getting some answers from a Red Cross first responder on what families need to know, especially in times like these. Nick?
Exactly, Adrian, because Holly and I were just talking about how so many people don't necessarily expect something like this to happen where they live, so they're not prepared. And Holly, you want everyone to have a plan.
We do. You know, our hearts are just absolutely broken for the activity that we've seen over the weekend. So it's a great time to really be thinking about what you can do in advance to get your family and yourself prepared in the event of tornadoes or other severe weather activity. So
right now we're looking at some of the video just from
Yes.
some of the devastation and everything there. You've seen this before because you've responded in real time. What can we do when we're in our homes like right now? We're like, wait a minute, we're in an area that's not necessarily prone to this. How can we be prepared?
So one of the things you definitely want to be prepared about is knowing the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. Now, a watch means the weather conditions are favorable for tornadoes, and a warning means there's actually been one spotted. So you definitely want to take action right away when there's a tornado warning. And that means taking some steps ahead of time, like getting your emergency preparedness kit ready for your family, creating an evacuation plan, maybe going through it a few times, way before the disaster actually strikes. These are some things you want to have already done.
You mentioned evacuation plan. So many people think, oh, I can get out of my house quickly, but it can really take a lot of time to get out if you're not ready.
Right, and that's for emergencies or disasters of any kind, like maybe you have to evacuate. In a tornado, you might want to actually be talking about where in your own house you're going to be finding shelter and being safe. So for this situation, in this house, for example, it has a basement. So you would want to come downstairs, find an interior room with no windows, seek shelter there, maybe get underneath something sturdy. Maybe you could have another room in the house that has no windows and is just as interior and below ground as possible.
Quickly, give me those bullets. Lowest area, away from windows.
Lowest area, away from windows, underground if possible.
Holly, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Going to send it back to you guys in the studio. When we come back, Adrian, we do want to talk about an emergency kit and the best way to prepare and the things you may not remember to pack that are absolutely essential.
All right. Thank you so much, Nick. And of course, Holly Baker will be joining us again at 7 a.m. to break down what families need to pack in emergency kits, because that is something that every family should have, tornado or not, just any disaster. Still ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.